Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're going to do a reading that was requested from a magnificent donator on the Ko-fi page, where I am currently the only place where I'm currently taking requests. If you want to see a reading on your favorite idol, hit the Ko-fi page. I'll leave a link kind of on the screen right now. For the minimum donation there, you can get a reading on any idol of your choosing. So today's idol is Inseong from SF9. So it's nice to see SF9 again. I don't think I've done a reading on them since Kingdom. So this should be fun. We're looking into Inseong. He's getting into military age coming up here soon. And we're curious, kind of like the Ki-hyun reading, is he interested in doing solo activities? And do we think we're going to see more solo content from him before Enlistment? The donator also requested this deck for this reading, and if you guys don't know, on the Ko-fi page, you can absolutely go through my gallery and request any deck you see there. I have pretty much about 90% of my decks listed. I still need to do and update a couple of my new ones, but overall, there's quite a selection there. A huge selection. I have a problem. I'm addicted to collecting these things, but I love them. Ooh. So this is the Moonchild Tarot, if you haven't seen me use it before. It's really wonderful, like kind of pastel, deeply, kind of that cosmic divine energy. Cosmic divine feminine, actually. So let's see. Inseong. Will he debut solo? Is he interested in, does he have interest in debuting solo? And will he release more content? So let's go into those two. First, let's start with, does he want to release solo content? Inseong. Pull a few more cards here. I guess this is going to be one of those complicated actual questions for him. Just from the way this reading goes, it feels like there's energies kind of working against it. And I'll go into why. But I'm gonna draw one more, see if we can get just like a quick yes or no definitive card. I think I know why I'm getting this, but I wanna see if we can get a more, does he want to release solo? Five of Pentacles. Okay, I think the cards are doing this to me because they know I kind of read a spoiler. Now, when I was looking him up, I did see that he said himself he does, right? He said he really wants to be acknowledged as a good singer. He wants people to acknowledge he's a really good vocalist. That's what he wants people to know him for. The thing is, there's some fear here. There's some, like, it's almost like he wants to, but there's a fear holding him back. Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles usually is a good energy because it means that this is lessening. We're in the positive. Let me make sure I'm recording. Hold on a second. I am. Okay, great. Sorry. I just had one of those like, oh my God, did I leave the stove on moments with the recording. So usually side up. This would mean kind of having to be off on your own, surviving for yourself. In the reverse, it means that energy is kind of lessening for him. So I think he did feel kind of out on his own, struggling, but that is easing for him. I don't know if something was going on previously, because we do have the Tower here, which means he could be going through or just recently gone through a really tumultuous part of his life. Sometimes it has to do with family members passing away. I get it sometimes for that with idols. Sometimes it's just the company is giving them bad news. What was it? I think Luna's going through that, where their company just kind of crumbling beneath them, even though they're technically doing everything they're supposed to do. So it could, I can't remember, are SF9 on DSP? Oh no, they're not DSP. Not FNC. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember what company they're on? Please remind me in the comments what company they're on. But I do think they're not from a big company. I'm almost positive they're not from one of the big four. Although I should still say it's like big three and then like biggest, because Hybe has just like eclipsed everything. But we have the King of Cups. Let's go ahead and get into this reading. The King of Cups in reverse. So this generally means kind of the emotions are kind of out of whack for him. He kind of feels a little bit out of control of things. Things that are going on. Again, with this tower, I'm not surprised. He's upset. He's generally upset with the way things are kind of going on. We have the Three of Swords. In reverse, it kind of, to me, always feels like there's an energy that was supposed to be there that has like surprised and like run off. Like someone took their cards and is going home. So I'm not sure, but it's like he's dealing with this disappointment. There's a big disappointment he's dealing with. Five of Wands. It's almost like too many cooks in the kitchen. There's kind of chaotic energy around him. Too many people talking to him about what he's gonna do. It could be one of those things where he has a lot of choices, especially with this Page of Pentacle here. He has a lot of choices, but none of them are what he personally wants. So it could be like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And he's like, that's not like the image I want to project, is kind of what I'm getting here. We got the Devil, the Star, and Justice all in reverse. So again, this feels like there was a heavy energy on him that is finally off his shoulders, but in its absence, it's like really turning things like upside down for him. So I do think the reason we're seeing this is because it's like somehow all this chaos is affecting his solo. The Devil in reverse. Sometimes this is about energies that were really negative, again, like easing up off of him, kind of really controlling or manipulative stuff. My brain is still just like all about like Mnet, leave everybody alone. So I don't know if they had he had to wait till some obligations that he had to do for Mnet or, you know, the show or whatever, like if that all kind of affected his possible solo work. Page and Knight means he's still working towards it. So again, I do think it's something he wants to do. I don't think that was a lie. I think he does. But he's having to like deal with a lot of unexpected things to get there. So again, the Star and Justice in reverse with the Tower. Again, I don't know if there's a scandal or going to be a scandal for him coming up that kind of also puts him in a place where he feels he doesn't have a lot of choice. Because the Star can be kind of like having to almost take a hiatus. Again, maybe it's the military enlistment. But the Justice in reverse makes me feel like he's dealing with something he feels is not fair to him. And the Six of Wands, this is your victory card in reverse. So Justice card, victory card in reverse. It's like this has left some really kind of negative issue for him to work around. He's trying to But the general energy overall is that it's like, it's not just about what he wants. But I do think, I'm not going to get a yes because the cards know that I know he's said yes. And I believe him when he says that. Let's see if he's going to release anything before enlistment. Let's start looking into that, and we'll start picking this apart a little bit more if I can. Will he release something before enlistment? I don't think so. My personal interpretation of these cards is no. I don't think so. There's this Ten of Swords. So we saw all that pressure on him. Ten of Swords is kind of giving into that pressure a little bit and trying just to like let it go so you can move on to the next portion of your life. So it may be that he wants to do it, but it's all just an uphill battle that he doesn't have the patience or energy to fully fight to do. I still keep thinking that double card, like there's outside influences affecting this that's more than just like him and his company. So I do wonder if it's to do with like obligations they have to other companies, other TV shows. Eight of Swords, it feels trapped. Eight of Swords here is really feeling like you're kind of stuck in a minefield and you're not sure how to progress forward. Queen of Cups is like emotional support. So it could be that he also feels like emotionally it's what he's doing is he has to support the others. He feels like right now it's just the timing's not right, both with everything going on and maybe with how everybody in the group is feeling. I'm assuming he's one of the older members. Seven of Wands. Oops. Again, this is like some kind of internal struggles. Usually it could be an external struggles, but it's almost like a creative, maybe with all the stress on him, maybe it's causing some creative blocks for him. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups too is generally like you having to move on in reverse. It could be somebody else like forcing that hand and making it's not even his choice. It's just it's being kind of taken away. I kind of saw that with that Three of Swords as well. Page of Cups. This kind of talks about maybe working with someone. So again, he wants to do something. He may not be able to do a solo, but he may be able to work with someone else. So I wonder, maybe collab, or sometimes I see OST stuff. Maybe something like that. Seven of Pentacles and Rebirth. Yeah, this is like some putting in like time and waiting for something, but it's like it's not, or it's being impulsive. Because it also means like he won't get paid for it. So my parents are laughing from the other room. So could be like just to get something out. He may not even get paid for it, but he may collaborate or jump on something or release maybe something for free. It's not like a proper solo, but like just a fan thank you thing. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on. And same with the Hermit. We're seeing just a lot of letting go, moving on, being introspective. Queen of Swords is usually about speaking out. Speaking up, speaking out. So maybe he'll explain if he doesn't come out with something. Maybe he'll explain that what he wanted to or why he couldn't. This is usually a good omen for him to want to discuss the matter. But all of these cards basically just talk about not really being able to move forward. It's like he has to do some introspection. He has to end some cycles. Something has to come to its contractual or cyclical end before he can move on. But it's like once he gets a chance to move on, it's like he has to spend his time alone. So I just think the timing's going to be bad. Personally, that's what I'm getting, is that there's a lot going on. He's there for other people, probably more. He's putting other people's needs maybe before his own. He may not have a choice in the matter. I would say just it doesn't look good. We may get some kind of release, but I don't think it'll be a proper solo. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I did want to grab some oracles just to give us one more chance on something. You know, like I view decks as their own vocabulary, so maybe I'm not asking the right questions, right? So maybe the oracle can kind of give us something more. Let's see. Does Inseong want to release solo work? Does Inseong want to release? Yeah, this is accountability. It says responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. This is that Queen of Cups we saw earlier. This is him having obligations to other people. Does he want to release solo work? Distorted desire. Conscious desire really satisfies the unconscious need driving it. That's really interesting because that's talking about, it's bigger than his solo work. Radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. And this is like, it's like fear, but part of it is almost like playing a role, like living up to other people's like expectation. Like this to me speaks of when I said I felt like maybe he does have some options for solo work and he just doesn't like them. Like he feels like they don't suit what he wants to do. So it's feeling like it's fake and contrived and distorting kind of what he wants to do. Radical self-love. We can only receive love to the extent that we unconditionally love and live the truth of ourselves. So yeah, I think he wants something that's really honest. And he's not being allowed that. They want to make him live up to a very specific concept. I'm gonna call one more. But yeah, I think that's it. It's like he wants to do solo work, but he's not being given the opportunity that he actually wants or he thinks best suits him. Transitions. This is also like the Tower card. You have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise in your path. So maybe it's one of those things. It's not going to happen before military enlistment. Maybe it'll happen after. But there's something he's going through. He has to deal with a certain issue, that whatever that Tower issue is, before he can move along. But there is a lot of like, that Hermit card also speaks to all these like internal questions about him and what he actually wants and what he's willing to sacrifice to get it. This was a lot deeper than I was expecting. I kept wanting yes or no answers, and the cards are just like, no, here. Understand it's complicated. So yeah, is he gonna do solo work? I don't know. It's complicated, apparently. I do think we'll get something, but maybe we'll get like a song and not a solo like mini or something. I just don't think it's gonna be what he's gonna take less to be more authentic is kind of what I'm getting. He'd rather put out less and it'd be true to himself than being what I guess the company wants him to be. So he's just gonna miss out on those or give up those opportunities. But I do think he's also got personal things. There's something personal also kind of lingering in the background that he's dealing with. So I'm not sure what that is. Inner integration. There is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild within the taming and tempering effect life has on us. This is almost like everything happens for a reason, basically. I just wanted to take one more card. I'm just like, can I get one more? But this is like, what's happening to him is going to be something he needs in his life to learn from. So this is a lesson for him, or this is something he's meant to overcome. So I think he's something he will reap the benefits from in the future, but I don't think we're gonna get what we want right now. So I tried, I really did. I hope that's a sufficient answer for you. I probably won't do the current energies that I usually like to do after this, just because this reading's already gone on pretty long. I usually like to try to get them closer to 30 minutes, but yeah, 5 minutes is definitely not long enough for me to do current energies, and I think we kind of got a lot of what his current energies are already. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for the donation. Please come back and see me again. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I see you guys real soon. Bye. Also, hit me up on Twitter.